Okay, so you are saying that you don't like to do sales?
Yeah.
Okay, help me understand a bit more. Which part of sales you don't like specifically?
I don't like to force people to do something they don't want. Like for example, selling them something that they don't need. Because if I get them to buy things that they don't need, then I might end up being friends with them no more.
Okay.
So because they think I'm just there to con them, and I don't like to be a con man.
Okay, wow. So you view salespeople as a con man?
Yeah.
Okay, I totally understand that. In fact, I can understand this is how you feel, because you're not the only person who is feeling this way. There are many people who associate sales as a negative thing, and salespeople as someone who is pushy, manipulative, or even salesy, right? And nobody wants to be that, right? At the same time, I want to ask you: have you seen any salespeople who is not pushy, manipulative, or even someone who will push people to do things that they don't want? Have you seen good salespeople that doesn't do all those things?
I have.
You definitely have, right?
Yeah.
So the kind that you mentioned about conning people, manipulative, pushy, is just one type, and that does not showcase the successful ones. Successful salespeople, they don't view it. Sales doesn't necessarily has to be manipulative or pushy or having to con people to do something that they don't want. In fact, you think about it, what is sales? Sales is just a transference of ideas, right? A transference of emotions, right? Every single day you are doing sales, whether you like it or not, whether you're aware of it. How can you hate something that you're doing on a day-to-day basis? When you go for an interview, you need to sell yourself to the interviewer, right? Why they should hire you, right? When you talk to your kids in future, you got to sell the idea to them why they shouldn't play with fire, right? When you go on to a date, you got to sell this lady why they should be with you, isn't it? Right? You are doing sales on a day-to-day basis. How can you hate something you are doing that or doing on a daily basis, right? So here's the thing: understand that people don't like to be sold, but people like to buy things. People like to buy solutions to their problems. People like to solve problems, isn't it? So don't view yourself as a salesperson. You're not selling, you're solving, right? Instead of telling yourself that I hate selling, tell yourself I love solving. I love solving problems. Because at the end of the day, what a effective, successful salesperson does, right, is basically just solving problems for people, right? Rectifying problems for people, and in return, they get a remuneration, right, for their effort, for the values that they put on the table. So there's nothing bad about sales. Basically, sales is just a tool for you to transfer a skill set, for you to transfer that knowledge, that idea to someone else. Whether you want to use it for good or bad, right? Whether with good intention or bad intention, you always have the power to choose which side you want to be on. Agree? Right, so let me ask you, which side do you want to be on? To manipulate people, con people, or to really solve problems and rectify problems for people?
Of course, help people.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.